A Texas morning had awakened in a hazy silence. A dusty car rolled down an old dirt road and stopped in front of an abandoned house, one that still held the traces of childhood. Matthew McConaughey stepped out. His eyes were drawn to the cracked front porch, the faded walls, and most of all to a painting still hanging on the wall, despite its broken glass. He had painted it with his mother when he was a child. It was a painting, but really, it was a memory, a piece of life filled with imperfect brushstrokes. In his hand, he held an old notebook, one his mother had left behind when she passed. On the first page it read, "Life doesn't unfold like a story, it flows like a painting. And sometimes we place the brush in the wrong spot, but whatever comes out still belongs to us." Matthew sat on the porch. For the first time in years, he embraced the silence he had long run from. He glanced back at the painting. For years, he had thought, why didn't I paint it better? But now he realized, it was never about perfection. It was about being there, holding the brush. That was enough. Young Matthew sat on the floor with his mother, brush in hand, trembling. "What if I mess it up?" he had asked. She smiled and said, "That's life, sweetheart. Every stroke belongs to you. The good ones, the messy ones. You're still the one painting." Matthew opened the notebook again. On the last page, in his mother's handwriting, "If you ever look at this painting again, forgive yourself. Because life gains meaning not from perfect images, but from the touches that come from the heart." Tears streamed down his cheeks. He closed the notebook, stepped in front of the painting. He picked up a brush, and in the last empty corner wrote softly, "Unfinished but real, just like life." Matthew stood in front of a group of young people at an art gallery. Behind him, a digital copy of the childhood painting filled the screen. Stories, they sometimes end, but paintings? They continue. Telling life as a story is easy, but in truth, we're all just slowly becoming a canvas. And his final words, "Life doesn't unfold like a story, it flows like a painting. And the most beautiful colors are the ones that take courage to mix."